What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Everybody versus Life. Once again, my name is Blong.
And my name is Eric.
And we just want to take a moment to say happy Men's Mental Health Month. We are recording this on June 30th. And, with our platform and our outlet kind of shooting for more of a mental health awareness, we thought we would just speak about ourselves and what we've been going through, and kind of let you guys in on the scoop too, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So we can start off. Long, how have you been?
Man, I just been tired lately, physically, like emotionally, like mental, like everything. With school, taking summer classes. Yeah, it's only 2 classes, but it's a 16-week course, compressed into 8 weeks. So I'm doing 2 of those so I can, kind of stay on schedule. And so for the end of the year, it's not as, packed and busy.
Yeah.
And then, man, I just been so physically tired, with just, stress and not enough sleep, and, relying on energy drinks and coffee it's probably not the best for me, but I'm doing what I got to do.
Right.
And then, just mentally, it's I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's not like I'm sad or mad or anything, but you get those little moments of damn, dude, I'm not doing enough, or I could be doing better, or this is not what I should be doing, or your mind just starts thinking about other shit, and it just kind of brings your mood down.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, as a man, and always having myself, I just keep it in, push it out to the side until it just disintegrates and I forget about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I don't forget about it, but it goes to the back of my mind, and I call it a day.
Right. Yeah, it becomes a lower priority.
Right. But I mean, it's like when you lay your head down on your pillow, that's when everything starts coming back.
Yeah.
Especially when nobody's messaging you. It's 12:30, 1 in the morning, and you're trying to sleep, and then all of a sudden you look at your phone and it's damn near 3 a.m.
Bro, I've been feeling like that too. So I'm 100% get you on that. You work, you do your schoolwork. For me, I watch my daughter.
Right.
And then when you finally get that silence, that's when it all starts to sink in. And it's like, am I doing enough? That kind of thing. Yeah,
it's like that video that I was telling you about earlier. It's when that dude was like, he pretended to relationships, so he's like, during the day, I don't care if I'm single, whatever, but man, at night when I'm laying by myself and I have nobody to talk to or nobody to cuddle with, it's like, man, I'm kind of sad I'm single. But for our situation, it's I've been doing the same shit every fucking day, and I feel like I'm not progressing.
Bro, I feel like
you know what I mean?
Yep.
My production level is so low right now, but I know it's more than what a lot of people already expect out of me. I feel like I'm not doing shit, but it's dude, I work full time, I go to school full time, try to eat right, I try to squeeze in the gym, try to get 8 hours of sleep, and man, that shit just gets draining. Sometimes I only get 4 hours of sleep a night because I can't sleep.
Right.
But I don't know. Does my mic sound loud?
No, that sounds good. Yeah.
All right. But yeah, no, that's just me though.
Yeah.
I like I said, I deal with it.
Yeah.
We all deal with it.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of weird because when you deal with it, and then time passes, and then you reflect back on it, I'm like, damn, I dealt with it by just ignoring it.
But I mean, I brought it up in the past episodes, and that's how I've always dealt with shit. I've always dealt with it by myself. I've never told anybody about it. And even if I did, it would just be super broad. Yeah. Super broad to where it doesn't look like like, man, like I need somebody to talk to. It's just kind of like, instead of getting so far into like my family dynamic, it'd be like back in the day talking to you, it'd be like, yeah, I got into a fight with my mom, or I got into a fight with my dad, but I'm not gonna dive into it and tell you the root cause of it.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes back to like dealing it with myself, and but I've always been like that.
Yeah.
For the longest time. But anyways, how are you doing, my guy?
I can relate to you on that part, because I felt like this entire week was just, I'm not doing enough. I'm just pushing things aside. And when I do it, it just feels like it's not at 100%.
Right.
And
You're not feeling productive.
Yeah, and then you look at the time, and it's like, it's already Friday, right?
It's
I thought it
Friday.
was right. I thought it was fucking Monday. The week just started, but damn.
And it just shows that to me that it's like your schedule is so like your 24 hours a day is so schedule based.
Yeah.
To where it's like it's just
It's super
it's the same thing
super
every single
redundant.
day.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's where like, dude, we need to like dude, let's go do something.
Yeah.
Or
Definitely need some excitement. in
right.
there. And that's just kind of how it's been feeling. Like, just do your best at work. Do your best at being a dad. Do your best at spending time outside of work. And then as soon as you know it, it's fucking the end of the week. And then you're doing the same thing over and over again.
See, the only thing about Fridays is I look forward to the podcast.
Yeah.
That's the
same
only
here,
thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's like, damn, same 6 hours of homework, same 8 hours of work. It's like,
yeah. But other than that, though, like, before we aired, I was saying I didn't think I had a lot on my mind, but apparently I did when we started talking. And it's just one of those things where I have to get it off my chest kind of thing.
right.
But just like people, right? We were just talking about people being a decent human being and like replying to messages or just, I don't know, just doing something other than just not saying anything.
Right. So did you have like a personal experience that happened this past week that kind of triggered that?
Yeah, it's just like I sent a message out and say, how are you doing?
Right.
And then I didn't get a reply. But then I would get reactions and stuff on my stories and stuff like that.
It's like they seen your message and
Yeah. I'm like, it's like, what does that even mean? Like,
and it's funny because damn well they're on their phone all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody is on their phone all the time.
yeah. And
So if nobody ever messages you back right away, just know that they're purposely ignoring you.
well, I mean, I get that you are doing things during the day.
Right. But what I'm saying is if they don't reply to you like in a week,
Yeah.
it's like, bro, damn well they're messaging somebody else during the week. Like,
Yeah. But it's like, you don't have to message me. You don't have to, like, obviously do anything.
Right.
You can at least just say, even just being blatantly honest, like, I don't want to talk to you. Like,
Right.
like, I just need something,
Right.
but not like, oh, I'm going to ignore you, but I'm going to like all your shit. I don't know. It's just one of those things, and that I, not even like, right, you're not obligated to do anything, but at least be a decent human being and say something along the lines of, I just don't feel like talking to you, which is fine. I just want something and not just complete ghosting.
like being ghosted and
Yeah, like, just want you to be a decent human
shit.
being.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me, because I would never do that.
Right. That's what I was just about to ask you. But like you said, everybody is grown, everybody's adults, and they're not obligated to message us.
Right. And I'm just saying, like, as a person, if someone messaged me, I'm just not gonna ignore them. I'm gonna say something like, "Oh, I'm busy. I'm using up all my energy," and like, I would at least say something.
I had a long day.
Yeah, like I would at least just say something small. I'm not just gonna read your message and then just completely ignore you and then act like nothing happens.
So
I don't know.
So in particular, if you don't mind me asking, with that situation, are you implying that more towards friends, families, girls?
No, I think it's everyone. I think it applies to everyone.
Mm-hmm. But I'm talking about your situation.
Yeah.
Or would you rather not?
Yeah, I just
people in general.
Yeah. It really is just being a decent human being.
Right.
In general.
But everybody's definition of a decent human being is different.
Yeah, it's different.
You know.
But I'm just saying, ghosting someone is not being a decent human being.
Have you ever ghosted anybody, though?
No. I don't think I have. If I think back to it, I don't think I have.
Right. I've never ghosted anybody without a reasoning behind it.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, and it might be a lie if it was back in high school.
Right,
maybe,
right.
But no, like I think I'm like.
But like I said, if there's a reasoning behind it, like one of your homies like fucked you over,
Right.
and they go, "Hey, bro, can we like meet up?" And da da da.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not gonna talk to you.
Right.
Like, I don't want to fucking meet up with you. I can see that, but like we're friends just out of the blue. I understand everybody's doing their own shit, but like, bro, if I message you and you don't message me in a month, it's like, bro, we even homies anymore?
Right. I don't know. It's just stuff like that bothers me. It's just because maybe it's just because I know I'll never do that, and that I'm taking that kind of reaction differently because it's affecting me harder because of that. Because I would never do that, but I don't know.
Right. No, I feel you.
But anyways, yeah, that's just why I'm like, dude, my energy is so limited during the week or just every day that it's like if I'm taking my time out of my day to message you and say, hey, or even let's get together, and that's to like friends, family, girls, or who, whatever, right?
Right.
If I'm even putting that much effort, it means I'm trying. I'm exerting more than 100%.
Right.
Because obviously work 8 hours a day, spend time with daughter, spend time for yourself.
It's like, bro, feel special that I'm messaging you. Like my time is limited, dog.
Right. And I mean, you don't even have to feel special. It's just like, yeah, right. It just goes back to that.
Be a
right.
decent human being.
Being a decent human being. Like just realize that my day is.
But is that us being selfish though?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Yeah. It probably, honestly. But it's like, it just goes back to that, though. Like, just say something. Just say, okay.
You know,
just say.
I think it's more than the response. I think your inner feeling about it is not like getting a response or being a decent human being. It's reciprocating the same energy that you're giving off.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be like messaging or like linking up or hanging out or with anything, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you're breakdancing and you know your homie who also breakdances just kind of sitting there messing around. It's like, bro, I'm trying. You know, I'm trying to get better, but you don't want to better yourself. So it's like you're not exerting the same energy that I'm putting out. And that's what I'm kind of feeling that you're kind of looking for.
Yeah. It's, dude, I take everyone's energy as like very, very precious. And like when because everyone obviously around our age works, I would assume, and they work, they do shit outside of work, they have other shit going on, and then it's like for them to put some energy in you is like so rare, unless you just have that much energy, but
or you don't got nothing going on.
Yeah, but it's
like you don't work or whatever.
Yeah. So no, that's just one of those things that bothers me, and this goes towards like not just like, obviously like potential or friends or like family, but just like anyone in general. Like bro, time is so sensitive, and for someone to do that, I don't know. Maybe I just look at it that way, and right, it goes back to being selfish. That's just how I see it. But yeah,
Feel you on that, my guy.
so I don't know
Is that the only thing that's been bothering you, or is there
that, and just like
women?
I wouldn't say women, but just like the persona of how men are viewed, and that's just kind of goes back towards our fucking. We brought up Men's Mental Health Month and everything,
Right.
like how men are viewed as like men ain't shit kind of thing, right? And maybe that applies for a lot, but it's definitely not everyone.
But what is the standard, though?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What is the standard of being shit and not being shit? Like,
Right.
I understand everybody has different like gauges of it, but like,
Yeah.
what is the general consensus of, like, oh, you're a decent guy, or bro, you're a fucking bum? Is it having a job? Is it, your credit score? Is it, your physical shape, or like your sex game, finances?
Yeah, that's what I'm confused on. Like, okay, here's the thing that maybe that's what's bothering me too is recently had a conversation and it came to you don't understand what it's like to be a woman,
A female.
yeah, and obviously I don't. I grew up obviously as a guy.
I'm assuming you were speaking with a female. And,
Yeah.
okay.
And see, everything is a lot harder, stuff like that. But it's like, bro, do you even know what I'm going through as a single dad, paying for daycare full time, paying for a house, paying for food to put on my daughter's plate and shit like that? Like, just because you're a female and you, I don't know, I don't want to
Just speak your mind, my guy.
yeah, but
It's Men's Mental Health Month. Speak your mind.
it just comes down to like, I don't know, like, bro, like, I get it. Like, I get like things are hard, but the sex that you are doesn't define like how much money you're gonna make or how successful you're gonna be. Maybe it's a little harder for certain aspects, but like the reason why how I got to where I am is because I fucking worked for it. Because you know how you said, no matter what, a man's gonna make it work, and I'm going to make it work. I'm not just gonna give up. I'm not just gonna fucking watch my daughter not have food at the table.
If you gotta
a roof
go,
over
if
head.
you gotta go hungry to watch your daughter eat,
Right.
so be it.
Yeah. And always like wondering like, how are you affording this? I'll pay it off eventually. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna make it work. I'm just not gonna not let it happen.
Right.
I don't know. Just stuff like that, and it's just, and it's not. I don't want to obviously.
Like, you're not trying to bash on women.
Yeah. That's not my intention at all. But it's like, it goes both ways. Like, it's going to be hard as a human being,
Right.
as how society works, and just because you are the opposite sex doesn't mean it's automatically that much harder for you. People go through shit to make a certain amount of money or have a certain lifestyle, that kind of thing, right? And that's what I did. And just because I'm living like not lavishly, but like much larger than you in a certain aspect, doesn't mean I'm not going through shit that's like less hard than you. I don't know. It's just one of those.
And I've kind of seen that, not with my personal experience, but I've seen it happen towards like men being in like their early 20s, trying to get with these with certain females, like like how we were just talking, like there are kind of sets of females that are idolized on the internet versus like real women that we know in like reality, like how you said, like at your place of employment and shit, compared to like all these internet people, the influencers or whatever. I've seen people like try to get with females who will say like, "Oh, you ain't got shit," whatever, in their early 20s, and then once they hit 30 and done with college, and all of a sudden they're sitting with a 6-figure job and house and whatever. Now these females are coming back to the dudes, and it's like, "Oh, I want to be with you now," whatever. But because that, I was speaking to some of my guys from out of town, and they had brought up something like, like, you weren't there at my lowest, and now that I leveled up past you, you trying to clinch on and feed off my success. And I can see where they're coming from, like in their perspective, not personally, because I haven't reached that level
right.
of
From
success
a sympathetic
yet.
level,
Right? And it's like, that's tough for the female. Like, I understand. Like, that's tough. You have an idea of them. They have an idea of a type of man that they want, right? But they want that man right now. They don't want that man during the build-up.
Yeah, the process.
Right. And because they don't want to be there during the process, it kind of kicks them in the ass later.
Yeah. And I don't know.
But if you relay that to the Hmong community, it's like, Hmong men ain't shit. Love my Hmong people, though.
Yeah, and obviously it doesn't apply to everyone.
Right.
But it's like the Hmong community too is and I've seen it getting a lot better for obvious reasons because we are in it. But the ones we grew up with are very very old school. Mm-hmm. Very women cook, guy goes work.
We are quote unquote like the last generation of traditional.
Yeah, and that's why I brought up that I made that post and sent you that. I don't know if I would call it a poem, but like that thing that I made, and it just like really bothered me because.
You gonna read it on here?
Yeah, and I will. It's here's what I said. Just something that has been circling my head the past couple of days, and I said this on June 18th. The way I grew up, I cannot change, and the trauma that came with it will never fully go away. But learning to accept it is to truly grow. And this is like the part that was really, really circling my head. The mental battles and confliction of growing up as an Asian American, especially Hmong, always had rested on my shoulders. In my experience, preserve the culture, but to stem away from the normality of it is a must. Now, what I mean by that is obviously the culture and like the traditions and like our shamanism and
right.
just like the things that we do. But like there are some stuff that I don't understand and I never will. And that is like when we do, or not we, but like the Hmong weddings, it's about, and correct me if I'm wrong, this was just from perspective, like it's about the family versus the other family out drinking each other. That part
yes,
I never understood. Obviously there's like other things, but
right. I think it's more so not like bursting each other. It's like they're trying, at least in my perspective, I believe like because the main wedding is at the female's house, and then it gets carried over to the husband's house. But the main idea of it is when you make the groom drink, obviously they're 21, but like when you make them drink, it's a sign of respect, saying like, because in the culture it's like, oh, she's going from our family to your family, so it's like respectfully. Yeah. Drink this,
yeah, and
and if it was like that, where it's like, hey, you're excuse me, like you're taking my sister, you're gonna marry her, right? Have this beer with me so we can like,
and
be respectful. But the way that they're doing it now, where it's like,
oh, which side are you on?
That where it's like slam this beer, shotgun this beer, hurry up, da da da. And they're chasing they're like legit chasing the groom.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, bro, you're kind of overdoing it, my guy.
And there's a time and place for alcohol.
Right.
And obviously, alcohol with marriage is an obvious.
Right.
And I don't know. For me, it's just like the wedding is obviously about the two people that are getting married. Like, why does it have to be involved with like heavy ass drinking? And I remember my wedding; it was just about the two people getting married. And obviously,
but the thing is, you also married a Caucasian girl, a white girl.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, to preserve the culture, yes, but to stem away from the normality of it,
Right.
I think is the way to go.
Which I am seeing that it is like lessening.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been to weddings where it's like instead of beer, it's like they're making the groom drink water.
Yeah.
Like stay hydrated,
Yeah.
hydrated,
Mm-hmm.
and but I noticed more of that with smaller families.
Yeah.
You know, like when a smaller
Yeah.
family marries into a smaller family, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, we're not gonna get too drunk. You know, maybe have a beer or two, and
Mm-hmm.
we're just gonna eat. Here, drink this water. You know, and
Yeah. But even on top of that, right? You notice how like every event that happens within the Hmong community is like the women cooks and then the men sits at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get tradition, right? But wouldn't you want to also help each other in a sense? Like, I don't know. It just seems like very like, what is that?
Well, and I think that's when I say like we're kind of the last generation to kind of do it like that. Because as you can see, more and more weddings between like Hmong counterparts, they are becoming more and more Americanized. They're having more and more American style weddings.
Yeah.
Like they will have the traditional like Hmong quote unquote wedding, but it would just be like a quick one to where it's like get the blessing, you know, get the finances and all that shit, and then it'll be like a half day thing, and then a month later they'll have their American wedding, and that's when like the real wedding starts. So I can see it like lessening now. But I mean, obviously, like back in the day, or all these OGs, like you said, you know, the women cook and the guys sit at the table and, you know, discuss like, her family side and his family side, and they're talking about all this shit.
Yeah.
I can see that coming from like the motherland.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to keep that tradition.
Yeah. And I think it was just the way that I grew up is from having a Caucasian girlfriend. It was just with the tradition being pushed on me and having my parents the way they are and them pushing that onto my relatives and them pushing it onto me. I just remember this one time I was camping back in, I don't know, 2011, 2013, 2012.
With your family?
Yeah, and I remember my...
was your girlfriend at the time with you or no?
Yeah. Oh, no, she wasn't at this was when I went camping, and she wasn't with me.
You guys were together, but she wasn't physically with you camping. Okay.
And I remember my two, I don't know what I want to call them. I guess uncles, cousins, whatever. They were in the car and like, hey, do you know the statistics between like an Asian man with a Caucasian woman is like very like the them leaving you rate is very high. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Dude, that's the one thing that triggered me so hard. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Were they a lot older than you or like around your age?
They are around, I would say now they're probably like 37, 38.
Oh, so they had like 10 years on us then.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because like, it's almost like at that point you'd be like, show me the facts.
Right. That's exactly what I said. I'm like, bro, where are you getting the statistics
Let me guess.
from?
They're like, oh, I know a few guys.
Yep.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, just because you're ugly. I'm kidding. But
no, see, and that's where they got it fucked up though, because it's not a Hmong man and a white girl. It's marriage in general.
Right.
The divorce rate for marriages in general is higher than it should be.
Yeah.
It's not just this race and this race.
Yeah.
Just because you have two friends who got married to white girls and all of a sudden divorced now.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean every other interracial relationship is going to end in divorce.
That's why I'm stuck in that confliction and that battle, right? You have your parents, you want to make them proud, right? No matter what. But you also have your own goals and your own destiny and your own life to fulfill, right? And I remember, and this is earlier this year, I was talking to my parents about my divorce. And I was telling them that a month later, they talked to me and said, excuse me. They said that, hey, we feel bad for you and we want what's best for you. And you can date whoever you want. You can marry whoever you want. I'm like, okay, yeah, so I have your blessing. That's awesome. And then they said, but we would really like you to stay within the culture.
Right.
And it's just like one of those things where it's like, bro, that's like such a...
You know, and as your parents, you kind of have to respect it. You don't have to do it. Mm-hmm. But, you know, everybody has their own preferences.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at.
And it's like, I feel you. And you might look at it different. I would look at it like, okay, I respect that you want me to stay in the relationship. But I also respect that you gave me the blessing of dating also my culture. Yeah, you have a preference. And who knows? In 5 years, if you meet a Hmong girl and she's rocking with you and you're rocking with her and you guys end up together, you're happy, she's happy, they're happy, her parents are happy. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But if you end up meeting a black girl, you know, and you guys like work it out and, you know, you guys are inseparable. Yeah. It is what it is. Whatever makes you happy. Yeah, it's not going to live up to your parents' standards, but what the hell does live up to your parents' standards? And that's just not your parents. That's parents in general.
And that's the stuff that's like ingrained in your head. It's like that unwanted pressure of like, dude, I just don't want to disappoint you because those are your parents. And it kind of sucks that way because it's like, bro, I want to be happy, but I want you to be happy too. And
you know, and it's almost, I don't know, I've been thinking about this a lot lately, you know, and it's like, I'm so tired of trying to make everybody else happy.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's time to just be like, bro, do what's best for you.
Be selfish, right?
Right. And that's kind of how I am right now, where it's like, dude, once I'm done with school and let's say I apply for this random job in Arizona and I land it, I'm going to be like, I'm going to tell my parents or my mom, I'm going to tell my siblings, and I'm going to come tell you. I'll be like, bro, we got to figure out this virtual shit.
Yeah, right.
So we can still keep the podcast going. But just because I got family up here, and, you know, I try to help my family as much as I can with whatever I can.
Yeah.
But if the opportunity presents itself in Arizona, and you know, I've always wanted to live in Arizona. If it presents itself, bro, I'm out. If my mom wants to go with me, let's roll.
Yeah.
But if you want to stay here, you know, it doesn't mean you're never gonna see me again.
Right. That's like the one thing that I was. So you don't know, but when you were gone,
this past weekend.
2 weeks ago, yep. I recorded a song with Kenny.
Oh, like you sang?
Yeah.
When is it coming out?
Well, I have it on YouTube. I don't know if I'll play it, but he told me when I was singing, because I was really nervous. Because
you went to the studio?
Yeah.
Oh,
the last time I sung or sang was back in 6th grade or during chorus back in middle school.
You sang or you like screamed?
Like I sang.
Oh, shit. You got to show me, dog.
And he was like, bro, you only live once. Like, everyone has a voice. And the way that you project it, the way you personify it, or whatever that may be, like, you can't change the way you sound, but you can still make it sound good. And don't be afraid. You literally only live once, man. And he said that to me. He didn't say the man part, but like,
right.
He said that to me. I'm like, you're right. And I just try to get more comfortable and stuff like that.
Like your voice is all shaky at first, and
yeah, and also like nasally because of the whole Wisconsin kind of thing, wildfire from Canada. But yeah, and he told me that, and I'm just like, bro, and that's just kind of maybe that's what's been going through my head too, and I'm buying music equipment, stuff like that. But it's like, I think I like just
Off topic. Do you have a good voice? Like singing voice?
like
Can you sing like legit?
I feel like I have to find my sound yet, but
But like if somebody heard you sing, they would be like, "You're not bad."
yeah, I've shared the songs with a few people already.
They're like, "You're not bad." Did they do any like work on your voice or no?
No, I mean just reverb, like the echo and stuff. But no, there was no.
I can't. I don't
Dude,
think.
trust me. When I was in the studio, and Kenny, he goes, "You guys will know him by Kenny Hoopla," but when he's like, "Bro, don't be nervous. Just sing." And and I wrote the song in like half an hour, not even. And then I played the guitar. He's like, "Let's put that on loop." And he's like, "I'm gonna add the bass. I'm gonna add some drums."
Was it just you two in the studio?
Yep.
Oh shit.
And then we made the song in a day. The second time we hung out, we revised it. And then in 2 days we made a song, or he produced it for me.
It was just like a quick little project.
Yeah, and it's obviously not like perfect by any means, but I'm like, damn, like I did something that I never thought. I never thought it would, because obviously I started a band in high school that didn't go anywhere, but this was something I've always wanted to do, and maybe that's something that's been circling my head too.
Right.
It's like, you only live once. You only live once. Like, you literally only live once. Like, start doing shit, and shit that bothers you. Start talking about shit that's on the podcast that's been bothering you. Just be honest. Just be you.
That's what he was telling you.
Yeah, and
or you were telling yourself.
Or telling myself that when he said that you only live once, bro, and that's just like, you can die any moment. I'm like,
bro. Right. Speaking of that, dude, I was walking on break, right, listening to whatever I was listening to, and this guy was like, dude, think about it. Somebody who died yesterday had plans for today. What are you doing? And it's like, bro, that shit fucking gave me chills, and it's like, damn, I ain't really doing shit, dude. I gotta live it up. Like, all this time I'm just sitting at the crib watching TV. It's like, bro, I could be out hiking. I could be out fishing. I could just be doing whatever.
Yeah, and the things that made you mad or are making you mad, does it really matter?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, you are literally, you could,
I've been working on that too.
But like, that's just the shit that like runs through my head every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I've been thinking about that for like the last month and a half. Like, I've been trying not to raise my voice at anything. Like, if I'm gonna get mad, all right, just let it go.
Right.
Let it go, because at the end of the day, it does nothing but ruin your mood and ruin the other person's mood.
Yeah, and that's something I'm trying to get better at too.
Yeah, if I need to go outside, get some fresh air. Not with this Wisconsin smoke right now, but
right. Yeah.
But like back then, it's like, if I need to go get some fresh air, if I need to go on a drive, dude, I'm gonna go do that. But yeah, back to your point before I brought up if you had a good voice. You said Kenny was telling you to be comfortable.
Yeah.
In the studio.
Yeah.
How did that resonate with like your mentality, your mental health?
So, after he said you only live once, excuse me, the shit ran through my head so fast. Like, dude, I can die tomorrow. Like, why am I so scared?
Right.
And then I started singing, and I started singing, and he's like, oh, the really cool thing is like Kenny brought it up too. He's like, he wished he had a producer like him to make music for him, because when I was singing, he's like, bro, you killed it. He's like, for your first time, this is amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's
that's
like,
awesome.
He's like, just to have someone like that to like give you that like
that push,
that positive energy, like everyone's out here, everything's art, everyone's here to be an artist. Like, no one's gonna make, obviously there are assholes out there that are gonna make fun of you, but like, especially when you're singing in front of someone who's has music out there, like, they're not gonna judge you.
Right.
you might be bad, but like they're going to push you to your outside your comfort zone at least. So,
and that speaks so much of Kenny though.
yeah.
Because these people might not know, but Kenny back in the day, Kenny now is the same as Kenny was 10 years ago. 10, 15 years ago, right? It's just now he has a little bit of clout, and now everybody's perspective on Kenny is like it changed because of that clout. But if you really know Kenny, like his personality has never changed in the last 15 years. And that just shows you like the type of person Kenny is and the type of people that keep hitting him up. The type of people that keep hitting him up, they're hitting him up for a reason. Like the people that we went to school with. I'm not saying all of them, but they're looking for a little bit of clout. They're looking for that little bit of push to get them to do what they want to do. Because I guarantee it, half of them have YouTube channels of like 10 subscribers, or half of them tried making music, or half of them try getting into the entertainment industry. Yeah. Kind of like what we're doing, But we're not trying to. We're, at least in my perspective, I don't believe that we're trying to ride Kenny's coattail into like being something. If we were, it would be like Kenny's on every episode.
Right.
And I think Kenny notices that too. That's why he like supports.
Yeah.
And especially him being like one of your best friends.
Yeah. And he knows me, and obviously you know me. I want to like do shit on my own. You know what I mean? Like I want to, and this was a thing that when I was making this song with Kenny was I wanted to truly be my own thing. Like it's not that I don't want to ask for help, because I do need it, but it's like I wanted to feel like I made it. Like I wanted to feel like I truly crafted this myself. And that's how I feel with the podcast, how we're doing. Like I don't want,
like we started off with nothing,
right?
0 subscribers, 0 everything. Yeah, we're not at where we want to be, but just seeing it 6 months ago, dude, I'm not like crazy happy about it, but I'm proud of us. The fact that we're keeping it continuous.
Yeah, like, just from talking about it at the bar to starting our first episode to where we are now. And that's like that kind of like the feeling that I want. And so, which obviously you didn't know, that I made a song with on my own, well, with Kenny helping, right, with the music. But like,
well, I'm glad that you were productive that the other weekend, because like you said, I was out of town.
Yeah, and then just like a few days ago, I started buying my own music equipment. Like, I got a electric guitar. I got a
you know, audio, like the mic and everything.
Audio interface, and I bought a DAW, which is like a music editor kind of thing. And
can you auto tune my voice?
I heard so Kenny told me that it was really, really hard to auto tune.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you have to press keys and everything, stuff like that. It's actually a lot more complicated. So like the stuff T-Pain was doing is actually really complicated.
Oh, really?
But that's
fine. That's fine. I'm a rapper anyways.
Yeah, but yeah, it's so yeah, he really reminded me of like not only how short life can be, but like, bro, fucking do it. So that's why I'm like buying all this shit and trying to start my own music, and something I've always wanted to do, especially now that I have like not more free time, but more so of like creative freedom,
right?
If that makes sense, because I'm not held down by barriers. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that as a bad thing, but it's like, at the time I had other priorities. Like, so, you know, like when you have a girlfriend, you tend to put all your energy towards that, so you don't have as much energy for your hobbies. It's kind of like that. But now that I have more energy towards creating what I want to do with music, with the podcast, with other hobbies like lifting and stuff like that, it just makes total sense that, dude, you only live once, so let's just fucking do it. You might suck, but fuck it.
Right. No, I feel you on that, man.
But I can play like
A snippet of it.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Songs of the week.
But so the song is called "Losing Sleep," and the verses I want to redo, just because it's stacked with 3 layers, so it comes as like very.
What do you mean stacked with 3 layers? Like your voice is put on there 3 times?
Yeah, so it comes out as like a very like alien-esque, but don't judge.
No judgment. Judgment-free zone, brother.
Because I really hated like the way I sounded.
You hate the sound of your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Not hated, but like dislike until I got more comfortable.
Right.
But even then, this is just the start. But I made the guitar sound, and then Kenny added the bass, and then he added the drums through MIDI, which is.
Is it like an indie rock song then?
Yeah, I guess it depends how you want to.
How would you classify it?
I don't know. It's kind of
indie alternative.
I'll play it for you, so you let me know what you think. That's why I'm wearing this shirt.
Dude, that's sick.
Is it?
Dude, that's good.
Dude, you don't even know like how many times I messaged Kenny after that, and I was like, "Bro, I fucking suck. I just wish I was fucking better," and stuff like that. And he just told me, "Bro, this is your first time. This is your first time ever in the studio. This is your first time ever making a song." Like,
well, it's like you said. I think once you have that confidence,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. And so the lyrics, I'm not sure if you listen to it, but yeah, I wrote that in half an hour, and I just thought of like last year when we were out at the bars every Wednesday and Friday. And then, yeah, it says, "I'm picking out the pieces that you left behind, words left unsaid that I'm searching to find. I'm staring at the ceiling, I'm not sure what I'm feeling. The ghost of you is what haunts me the most." It goes to the chorus, "I'm losing sleep over you again." That's why I'm wearing this shirt. So I'm going by the alias of Above the Knee, which is super funny because I came up with that name when I was at Walmart, and I was looking at these shorts and it said it was Above the Knee. I'm like, bro, that sounds like a good band name. So I'm going by Above the Knee. And then this shirt says, "I'm losing sleep over you." Or no, "The ghost of you is what haunts me the most," which is part of the verse.
Right.
And yeah, so the song's called "Losing Sleep," Above the Knee, by Above the Knee.
No, that's sick.
Yeah.
But you know what that means then?
What's up?
2024. EVL's coming out with the song.
Yeah. That's the plan.
This is going to be kind of hard because it's going to be like alternative.
Yeah.
Alternative / rap.
What would you consider that?
Like indie.
Yeah.
Kind of indie-ish.
Yeah. And so the one thing I'm proud of is like the chorus, because it's like it's almost like really, really catchy. The one thing I really want to work on is like the verses, but like I feel like it has a really nice hook to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so
no, that's sick. Impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive for your first song, like
Yeah.
you said, you know. Like you go into it not having like an expectation.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah.
I mean, if this was like your 20th song, then it's
Yeah.
like, okay, now there's a little bit of an expectation.
Yeah.
So
And by the lyrics, it was based off my last relationship. But it goes, the second verse was like, daunted by the memories, bruises that won't heal. Walking down memory lane, there's nothing left to feel.
right.
And it says, I hope when you look back at me that you never forget that I was doing all I could, was doing all I can. And so it was just like a homage to what I felt before we even, during the time we were talking about even making this podcast. And
so do you believe, like, if you would have made this song like a year ago, do you think you would have put more like emotion into the lyrics? Because it would have been so fresh, though.
yeah, honestly, that's one of the reasons why, like, bro, we gotta get you in the studio, kind of thing.
Right.
It's like the fresher it is, the more emotion that we can bring to a song.
Right.
But there are a lot of things that I want to talk about. But yeah, this was just one of them. I also made a song about one of our old friends, TK, that passed away back in what was that, 2012, 2011.
Yeah, I think like 2011, I think it was.
Yeah, with cancer. And then I mean, I started a band that didn't go anywhere back in high school, but I wrote songs back then. And but yeah, now I'm just getting back into it. I just want to like start making music. It probably won't be like that crazy of like good of like the sound.
But you know what? It doesn't even need to be good. Like you said, your creative energy is opening.
Yeah.
So now you're finding areas to put it in. Podcast, music, editing,
Yeah.
like everything you could think of.
Yeah.
Dancing.
Yeah.
So it's a good outlet.
Yeah.
Like I was just thinking, I'm like, man, once I'm done with school, I'm gonna have so much fucking time.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, now I want to find like a hobby, like some other than like golf.
Yeah.
Something that
Yeah.
I can be more creative with.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's why I'm hoping this podcast kind of goes somewhere. But
Yeah.
if it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not stressing about it.
Yeah. That's one of those things like I've always like been surrounded by, and I always want to be surrounded by, is just art. And art comes in many forms, right? Like you said, podcast, dancing, music, or whatever that may be. But like
Just being creative.
mhm, yeah, just going outside of the box kind of thing.
But no, that's awesome. Awesome. I like to see your energy being like
Yeah.
put into something other than what it's being put into right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and that took a lot of it definitely took a lot of energy to. It definitely like what I said, and like I messaged Kenny the night after. I'm like, bro, I fucking suck. I wish I could be better. And like the more I shared it to people, I'm like, bro, you're actually not bad. Like, keep it up. Like, and some of them were like, it's not my sound, but I'll support you, that kind of thing. And it's like,
which is not going to be everybody's sound.
right. And I'm like, fuck yeah, like I'll take it, dude. I'll take anything I can get, like just to get myself warming up to something that like I've always wanted to do.
And then we can go and start performing at Hmong bars.
Maybe not that, but
okay. Well, other than that, with it being, like I said, Men's Mental Health Month, is there anything you want to say? Before we end it off with a couple of questions and call on
I saw a post the other day with someone bringing up men's mental health ending today, that make sure your voice is heard, that kind of thing. And then I saw like a joke comments that says, yeah, for the next 11 months you can't speak up anymore, that kind of thing. But yeah, I just really want to encourage all of the men out there that are going through tough times to really reach out. Obviously, that's very hard for us. It took me a long time to go through therapy and speak up to someone, but it really does help. It goes a long way to even just say the smallest thing. So yeah, just reach out. You don't have to open up 100%, but just say something. It it can change your life. Yeah, because it changed mine.
Yeah. And if I would have to add to that, with the amount of people that checked up on me this past month, the two people that asked me how I was doing, the cashier at Walmart and the McDonald's lady, I just want to say, check on the men in your life. Your brothers, your uncles, your sons, your dad, your grandpa, your boyfriend, your husband, your best friend. Check on your guys. Check on the men. And I'm only saying men because right now we're focusing on men's mental health. You want to check on everybody, but for this message, check on the men in your life. Because from our experience, they're not going to bring it up too. They're not going to want to speak up. Don't force it out of them. But for men, just hearing those words, how are you? Are you okay? I'm here if you ever need anything. I love you. Anything along those lines, I guarantee it will make their day. Because they could be on the edge. Like you said, what was it? About 30% of men, 30 to 40% of men, consider suicide. And that number it's crazy, but it's increasing. So you never know. If you check, you might save somebody in your family's life. So just take the moment, text them, call them, give them a hug, acknowledge them, and let them know that you're there with them. And trust me, it's going to make a big difference. 100%.
Yeah. Cool. And we can start off to just some couple random questions before we close it out here. But
we'll kind of keep it like mental health based, or you want to stem off?
We can try to keep it mental health, but but I just have a question that's, I mean, it could be, but do you still think your exes still think about you, or in any sort of way? Doesn't have to be in love, or like just.
I think they do. I don't think they miss me.
Yeah.
But there's certain things that trigger of like
a memory of
right,
moment.
right,
Yeah.
And it goes for us too, because it's like shit. Even the other week, I was at work. No, I wasn't at work. I was at the mall, and somebody was wearing. This is gonna sound super weird, right? So at Sephora, they have this lotion called like Brazilian Bum Bum or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That yellow. That yellow lotion or whatever.
Yep. Yeah. No,
is it Brazilian Bum Bum or whatever?
Something like that.
And
Bum Bum sounds familiar.
Right, and I've always loved that smell. And like my ex used to wear that lotion. And at the mall, somebody walked past me, and like that scent just smacked me in the face. And it's just like, I don't miss you, but it's like reminding me of you. So I'm sure like there's things that reminds them of me. Like I remember one instance, she had messaged me and was like, because at the Monks Bar I always get the pink guava drink.
Yeah.
And she had messaged me one day. This is like months after we had broken up, and communication was like little to nothing. And she had messaged me one day, and she was like, out of the blue, "Oh, this place has pink guava bubble tea." So it's like, see, so I knew that with me always drinking pink guava, that kind of triggered like that. Not that she missed me, but it's more of like reminding her of me. So
yeah.
So, do you think your exes think of you?
You'd probably be the same as you on that level, because I feel like every person you date, and not just like a quick like
fling,
right? And it's if you had moments and memories with them, I feel like some of that will always trigger some level. Because there are like some things that I can think of that can trigger, like my girlfriend back from like middle school, right? Middle school or early high school, that kind of thing. songs, like smell,
Places.
places,
Right.
that kind of thing. Feel like that kind of thing. Just. But yeah, I would say yes, same as you.
Do you have any like personal experience, like just how I gave one?
Yeah, I can think of one like grass, like
The smell of grass.
the smell and the feel of grass, because that during the summer, it just reminds me of like the moments that like, well, it just brings back memories, I guess.
Damn, bro, you see grass every day.
No, I mean like just laying.
Right.
Like,
Like without a care in the world type shit.
yeah. Like I can think of even smell, or like a brand of shoes. I don't know. It's just crazy how like things
Like there's that connection.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just been for some reason it's just been a long week.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
When was the last time that you've opened up to somebody? Like more than just like the broad. You don't have to go into the situation.
Yeah.
But how long has it been?
Probably our last episode that didn't become a full episode.
Oh yeah.
That'd probably be the last time, which I was not expecting. But before that, I don't know. It's kind of tough because it's like I don't really open up to people a whole lot. But that's just kind of like how I was raised.
Mhm.
It's I don't know.
It'll probably be like your ex, huh?
Yeah, but I can tell you that one time that I opened up to my girlfriend at the time was back in 2015, and I wanted to drop out of not high school, wanted to drop out of college,
Right.
because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and I wanted to just work 2 jobs. And
Like you were content on working 2 jobs?
yeah, for some reason. Well, the thing is, I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life, but working 2 jobs and just making money seemed to make sense the most.
Like making bread.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I did that, and that was obviously not a good idea. So I went back to working 1 job and going back to school. But yeah, I remember that time I just broke down, and I just said that I don't know what I want to do with my life. Like, I just got out of high school 2 years ago, and the expectation of being like not a man but like an adult is crazy, because literally I felt like yesterday I was just hanging out with my friends after school, but now I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do. And this was also the time after I got kicked out of my house.
Mm.
I was living with my girlfriend at the time, and I don't know, just reality kicked in. It's like going to school didn't make sense at the time. It just seems like making money seems to make the most sense, and it seems to like get you things, right? Like going to places and stuff like that, because everything costs money.
That's the idea of money though. Like at
Yeah.
that moment, that's why I dropped out. Just
Yeah.
like started making
Right.
okay money. But now that I look at it, it's like, damn, I was making shit.
Yeah, I was.
But when you're 19,
Yeah.
20, and
Mhm.
all of a sudden you're bringing in
yeah.
this much money and you can go do
Yeah.
stuff. It's
I was
like,
making $13.50
right.
at my customer service job, and then I was making $8.75 at my custodian job at night. So I would work 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., have a 2-hour break, and then go work at 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., some shit like that. And then as a custodian, that was terrible. But it made sense at the time. It really didn't. But
I mean, it is what it is. You live and you learn, man.
yeah.
But that was the last time you broke down or you opened up to somebody.
Yeah, honestly, I'll probably say that.
That's almost 10 years ago, dog.
Mhm. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, mine was 2017, the year that my dad died.
Oh,
That was the last time like I really opened up to somebody.
yeah. Was it to
Let's do a
friend?
friend, yeah.
Yeah.
One of my female friends that I was really close with. I still am close to her. But,
Yeah.
yeah, that was the last time like I really opened up and really expressed myself.
Mhm.
And then I think every time after that, where I've reached out, and then, you know, they'll reply to me or they'll call me or whatever. And it's like, I catch myself reaching out, you know, and then they ask me, like, what's wrong? Let's talk, whatever. And I always end up being like, oh, never mind, I got it.
Yeah.
You know, so I reach out and then I retract reaching out.
Yeah.
So, oh, it's all good. Just leave it. I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? But that probably wasn't very healthy, honestly.
But,
It's just putting more stress on myself.
right. Yeah.
But
Yeah. We can probably wrap it up here for the Everybody versus Life podcast.
all right. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. Happy Men's Mental Health Month. Check on your family and your friends. Coming from us. I wish somebody would have checked on me back in the day.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So,
but
not to be a Debbie Downer. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.